Hello, vinyl community. It's Mike, Vinyl Spiral here, and today's video is a response to a CD tag by Kostis, who's over in Greece, and his channel is called Legopady, and he suggested that maybe we should give our CDs a bit of love from time to time, and I totally agree. I've been meaning to do this for ages, but my CDs are scattered all over the house, and they're not in any particular order as well. So it took me a while to sort of dig them out, and you know, that's a chore for me now to sort my CDs out, so I know where they are and where to find them. So without further ado, let's go. Question number one: show a 2022 release. Well, I don't buy that many CDs nowadays, but I did buy this one. It's called Radiant, Magnanimous, and Politic, and you see it says the songs of Blythe Power. Now, Kostis showed a Blythe Power album the other day, The Barman and Other Stories, and I absolutely love this band. Anyway, this is a charity CD for a charity called Skylarks that helps children with disabilities. So, you know, it was a no-brainer with this one. You know, I buy the songs of Blythe Power, and I help a well-deserving charity. So that's my 2022 release. Now, the last CD I bought, this is a charity shop find, and it's a best stuff really. It's Astrid Gilberto, and you will probably know that she is the voice behind the girl from Ipanema that's on the Gilberto Gets album. So that's my latest CD, Astrid Gilberto. Right, the first CD I ever bought. Well, you know, I'm so old that my memory doesn't go that far back, but this would certainly be one of the first that I bought. It's Tom Tom Club's album. It's got Wordy Rapping Hood on it, and Genius of Love, which were two singles that did reasonably well in the charts. The reason that I think this is one of the first that I bought, that I remember that I bought the vinyl album of this, and I got it home, and the pressing was absolutely dreadful. So I took it back to HMV, and they didn't have any more. So instead, I bought the CD. So that was about the time when I was buying both CDs and vinyl. So probably not the first CD, but certainly one of the early ones that I bought. Show a CDR, a DIY, or a demo. And it's this. It's by a mysterious electronic band called Girl One and the Grease Guns. And you know, legend has it, nobody knows who they really are. And I really don't know who they are. But there you go. This is you know, home-produced CD called Mr. X, Brand X. There you go, Girl One and the Grease Guns. The last CD I played, and it's this one, and this is by Misty Dixon, and it's the first band, I think, of the singer Jane Weaver, who's produced some absolutely fantastic sort of electronic music over the last few years. It's called Iced to Mode, and it's 2003. And there you go. There's Misty Dixon and Iced to Mode, the last CD that I played. A various artists CD. I thought I'd show this one. There's a whole series of these CDs, and you can also get the records on vinyl nowadays. this one is the freak beat scene. So this is 1960s British freak beat. There's some pretty decent people on here, so people that you would have heard of. It's a good album. I think Mark Bolan's on this, for instance. So that's a various artists CD, the freak beat scene. A best of. Gone for this guy, John Cooper Clarke. Back in the late 70s, whenever you went to a punk gig, chances are that John Cooper Clarke was going to be supported. He was absolutely brilliant. He used to come on with his with a carrier bag and his notebook, and he'd stand there and sort of read to the audience with his brilliant poems. A bit later on, he formed a band, and so you get the sort of musical accompaniment to his poems. It's got most of the hits on there. It's got I Married a Monster from Outer Space, I Don't Want to Be Nice, Kung Fu International, which is about being beaten up outside a Chinese restaurant, and it's absolutely hilarious. Twat, which is my all-time favourite, I think, and various others. It's brilliant. I love John Cooper Clarke, and he's now an honorary professor at or an honorary doctor, and I can't remember the name of the university that gave him that, but kudos to them. Right, a box set. Right, it's this one. It's a 5 CD box set, punk and new wave, as you can see, 1976 to 1979. There you go, it comes in a slipcase. Five CDs, and there you go. It says "Hey ho, let's go" on the front. It's mainly British British punk. So you've got pictures of all the 7-inch covers that are included in this absolutely brilliant compilation. I think there's over 100 punk and new wave singles on there. So that's it. That's my box set. What's the next one? A whole discography. I think this is it. This is complete. It's the Idol Race. It's actually 2 CD sets. It's called Back to the Story, and the Idol Race were reasonably big, I suppose, in the 1960s. They came out of Birmingham, and their most famous member is Jeff Lynne, who obviously went on to be in the Move and then formed ELO. So that's it, the Idol Race, and I think this is a complete discography. The Cardboard Slave, got loads of these, but there we go. This is Pat Jury, the son of Ian Jury, and this is his album Prince of Tears. It's a great album, and if you didn't know he was Ian Jury's son, you just have to listen to him, and he's got that same delivery. I'm not saying he's quite as good as a Great Man, but he's well worth a listen. And Miami was an absolutely brilliant single that he released. So there you go, Back to Jury, Prince of Tears, and the Cardboard Slave. A double or treble CD, I think. No, sorry, a CD single. Right, and it's this one. And this is the John Otway, and it's Bunsen Burner. And this single has a bit of a history to it. So John Otway, along with Wild Willie Barrett, had a minor hit back in 1977 with the absolutely brilliant Really Free, and the even more brilliant B-side, Beware of the Flowers, because I'm sure they're going to get you, yeah. In 2002, he was asked what he wanted for his 50th birthday, and he said, well, actually, I'd like to get in the charts again. So his fans decided that they put in a concerted effort. So there was a poll done to decide which of his songs would be best suited as a single, and the fans went for Bunsen Burner, and then everybody pledged to sort of buy the single when it came out, and lo and behold, it made it, I think, to number 7 in the charts. So John Otway got his 50th birthday present, which was to be in the charts again. So that's CD single. Right, yes, a double or treble CD. I've gone for this one. It's Neil Young and Psychedelic Pill. Yeah, I love this album. It doesn't get a lot of love amongst Neil Young fans, but I think it's really great. A CD that looks like vinyl. I've gone for this. So this is Jacqueline Tayeb, who's a French singer from the 1960s, and I say this is a complete masterwork. So I could have shown this one earlier on, but there's the CD looking like a vinyl record. So that's Jacqueline Tayeb. A soundtrack, right? What have we gone for? Oh yes, this one. A teenage opera. This is a psychedelic rock opera, and it stars Keith West. Now, Keith West was also in the pop psych band Tomorrow, and this was recorded in 1966, I believe. No, 1967, but it didn't actually get a release until 1997. There was a hit back in 1967 from this, and it was called Excerpts from a Teenage Opera, otherwise known as Grocer Jack, sung by Keith West. So that's a bit of pop psych from the 60s, and it's a soundtrack CD. A CD that has a book, or a book that has a CD. I've gone for this. It's actually a 4 CD set, and it's Sandy Denny live at the BBC. And if you open it up, you've got CDs in the front, another couple of CDs at the back, but in the middle, it's there's a book, and so lots of lovely pictures and lyrics and so that's my book within the CD, which is Sandy Denny live at the BBC. A live CD. I've gone for this. This is Björk's album, Biophilia Live. It was recorded live, I think, at the Alexandra Palace in London, and there it is. So you've got 2 CDs and also a DVD. And as I say, this is a live album, and it features the legend that is David Attenborough doing a bit of talking on this. So there you go, Biophilia Live, and that's Björk. So a CD with weird packaging. I had a look around. I didn't really have anything that was too weird, but I went for this because I just want to show it to you. This is a brilliant psych band, wooden ships, and it kind of pulls out, and it's lovely. There you go, psych album, and wooden ships have Ripley. Oh God, what's his name? Ripley Johnson, who plays guitar. He's also the guitarist in another one of my very favourite psych bands, which is Moon Duo. So that's not very unusual CD cover. Most expensive CD. Again, you know, I'm sort of not used to paying very much for CDs anyway, but I remember that this one was quite expensive because it was an import, and it's a Swedish prog band called Anglagard, and it's their album Epilogue. I don't think it was horrendously expensive, but I seem to remember at the time that it was it cost me more than I'd usually pay for a CD, but I just wanted to have it. And there you go, Epilogue by Anglagard. Show a band from where you live. I always love showing bands from Leeds. And I've gone for a band that produced possibly the best acid folk album ever from Britain. And it's Jan Dukes de Grey. And this is Mice and Rats in the Loft. And it's from 1971. And they're sort of probably one of the one of the first sort of famous bands from Leeds, although I think they're largely forgotten nowadays. But there you go, Jan Dukes de Grey, a brilliant band from Leeds, and a bit of British acid folk. And finally, show a mini CD or something like that. I don't have any, sorry Kostis, but there you go, fell at the final hurdle there. But that's my response to Kostis's CD tag. I'll put a link in the description, so do go over and support him. And see you soon. Bye.